Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of Inside the Gates.
3 weeks already?
3 weeks already. Can you believe it? Time
we are
is flying.
Coming at you with lots and lots of news.
We are flying. This is going to be, again, quite a fast-paced one, I think, because you've got so much to talk about. I've got quite a bit to talk about as well.
You've got loads to go through.
Oh, my goodness.
So first and foremost, thank you to everyone who has been kind of commenting and getting involved in these episodes. It's kind of exactly what we want to do with them. So, but we will jump straight in with some weekly updates on everything that is happening across Disney, Universal, and theme parks worldwide. So, first thing that has been released, and I've been looking through all the pictures, and it's been making me salivate and be all excited, is basically all of the food items. Actually, I'm going to talk quite a lot about food today.
I'm also talking about food as well.
That sounds fantastic.
If you're
definitely
hungry,
going to need some breakfast after this, because we are recording this in the morning. So, they have released all of the kind of Halloween food that is coming out at Disney World. Now, there are kind of far too many things for me to kind of mention. I want to kind of mention a few things that have kind of caught my eye. So one of them is Alien Invader sliders. Now, these are sliders kind of obviously stacked with meat and kind of and some salady bits. But what I really, really love is there's kind of 2 skewers going in at the top with olives. So they look like aliens.
Very smart.
Very, very cute.
Very smart.
I do like there's a Dr. Facilier petite cake, which is basically his hat. But I tell you what, the detailing on it is amazing. And it's one of those things that I don't want to necessarily break.
This is the thing, though, is that they sometimes look really good, but you remember there's been occasions where the actual dessert has come out and it hasn't quite looked like that. So we're going to have to see what it looks like in person.
The McDonald's paradox.
Yes.
Where you look at a Big Mac and you think that looks amazing, and then it comes out and you're like, that's not a Big Mac. Well, I mean, it is a Big Mac, but still.
That exactly.
They also have a churro donut, and they also have a vampire shake, which sounds utterly delicious as well.
Oh my goodness.
They also have these they were like ghost, but they've got like a little bit of pastry over them, so it's like all of the kind of meat and everything, and then the kind of pastry hangs over, so it looks like a floating ghost. They were really, really cool. But perhaps for me, the most exciting thing that's come from this week is that Chloe's with me. Yes.
That's very kind of you. But whilst you're quickly talking about releasing of food, can I quickly just say that it is National Princess Week in August.
Okay.
And Disney World have released all the new princess items that are coming to the menu.
Now?
They have, and I have photos, which I'm going to pop in here.
Go.
So there's loads of new treats. So you've got like a Rapunzel's berries and cream cake.
Beautiful.
Lovely.
Sounds
You've got
tasty.
a Colours of the Wind petite cake. That looks very pretty as well. They all look very pretty, I will say.
Okay.
You've got a Moana mini cake, Tiana's mint chocolate chip bar, the flower that blooms, which I'm not quite sure exactly what that is.
No idea, but will it be blooming in my mouth?
And they've also got returning favourites as well. And they've got things that are currently on the menu, which are things that we can get all the time, like the ice cream in Magic Kingdom, the Aurora one.
Nice.
So
that is good.
Yeah, it's really good. So they're going to be out. I can't remember what week in August it is, but they have announced it. The photos were just there.
Nice.
They look so tasty.
That sounds fantastic. Right, let's kind of move on. The most exciting thing, apart from it being Princess Week, because I love Princess Week, is the fact that the Beak and Barrel has finally got its opening
Oh, guys, we're so excited.
And it is August 29th. So from the point of releasing this episode, we are literally talking about a matter of weeks. Now, it wouldn't be us if we didn't kind of go through what it's all about and actually what's going to be included, because we have finally got a menu and we've been waiting so patiently for it. For those of you that don't know, the Beak and Barrel is the new pirate-themed bar that is opening in Magic Kingdom. It's going to be adjacent to Pirates of the Caribbean and offers a kind of immersive experience with new characters, lore, and it's basically like this kind of interactive, immersive bar experience.
But not adult only. Kids can go in as well.
No, kids can go in. What I've done is I've kind of delved through the menu and picked out some of my favourites.
Okay.
Because there are lots and lots of, obviously, cocktails that are available. What they've kind of done is they've done a real kind of typical thing. Now, how they all look, I like the fact that they kind of come in like little tin kind of cans. Some of them have got like the medallions and little things like that. So I think theming wise, the cocktails have been done really, really well. There is a tequila. I just wanted to let you know, and it's called the Salty Seas Margarita.
Shut up.
It's actually how it's spelled, as you can see there. And that is tequila Cointreau. It's basically just a standard margarita, to be honest.
I want it.
But I quite like the sound of this. I'm not normally a spiced rum person, but this sounds really good. So it's a Plunderer's Punch, and it is the Kraken's Black Spiced Rum, blackberry, lime, and vanilla served in a souvenir pirate skull
that's
mug.
why you want it, for the souvenir pirate skull mug.
Although it is over $40 because it comes in a souvenir mug. That being said, I love the idea of
you're
me
getting a drink and merch.
Well, exactly. Me drinking out of some merch sounds fantastic. But as with all kind of Disney bars, they've kind of got a tequila-based drink, a vodka-based drink, a gin-based drink, etc. The other thing that I think has been perhaps the most intriguing from this week is actually the menu items. Now, if you go onto Disney parks, you'll be able to see most of these menu items. And there are some really peculiar items that are available. Perhaps for me, the most peculiar is what is called the Kraken's Catch. Now, this, if you look through the photos, is an actual octopus tentacle, and it's marinated in lemon and lime juice with olives, bell peppers, avocado, and piccolo pepper almond foam. Do you know what? I really like octopus. So for me, that is probably...
cocktail?
Yeah, no, not in a cocktail. This is me onto food now.
Okay.
So this is
this
is purely food. This is $12, by the way. So I didn't think horrendous.
No, and I like octopus.
There
as
are
well.
other things. So there's corn griddle cakes with chicken, and then you've also got a typical offering of like chips and dips. So plantain chips, blue corn tortilla, some flatbread, mango chutney, chimichurri, guava, spiced guava, which sounds really, really good, and all that for $16. So
not bad.
I am ridiculously excited to be able to, I'll be honest, try and get a reservation, because I think this is going to be so competitive to get a reservation for
a honeymoon trip.
I also don't think, and I think this is again something that we'll all have to keep tabs on, I'm not sure how easy it is going to be able to walk up. I don't know whether they're going to have a walk up menu.
We're all responsible for keeping tabs on that.
Or whether...
Not just us. Keep tabs on that one.
I don't know whether it's going to have much of a walk up menu, or to be honest, are you going to be able to walk up to it nice and easily?
Yeah.
Right, that being said, there's also construction happening, actually major construction happening.
Yes.
There is construction happening across quite a few of the hotels. Perhaps one of the most notable one is the Grand Floridian, that is having most of the lobby done. Again, but you know that they're putting a bar there.
Yes.
So that makes it a little bit more exciting. And actually, you know, when you think about having like piano music playing, the idea of it being kind of really serene bar, I absolutely love. Major demolition has been happening, obviously, across Hollywood Studios. They have now started ripping up all of the kind of facades and the flooring in sort of Muppet Courtyard.
Yeah.
So most of that has now gone. Obviously, everyone was in uproar about the fountain, but most of the groundwork is being done. Okay.
Good.
Nothing has been erected yet, but we will obviously wait and see. Another thing that has come to Pim's Kitchen over in California.
I saw this.
Did you see this?
Is it the Fantastic Elastic Mozzarella?
It is, yes. The Fantastic Elastic Mozzarella, which are these basically like blue-coloured mozzarella sticks, basically in celebration of the release of Fantastic Four. They do look fantastic, if you'll pardon my pun. But yeah, I love the idea of that.
Yeah. Shooting
over to Universal Studios. Universal Studios is obviously not kind of keeping things... Go on.
Sorry,
you jump in.
No, I just remembered something that I was told by our friend James when he came over.
Far away.
So it's about Rock and Roll Roller Coaster.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about.
Rip Ride Rockit.
Rip Ride Rockit.
That's what I meant, not Rock and Roll Roller Coaster.
One is in Hollywood Studios, one is in Universal Studios.
I meant Rip Ride Rockit.
We're supposed to be the experts here.
So we know they're digging up all that ground where like Blue Man Group kind of was, and that back entrance to extend the ride.
Yes.
They've just had the sort of pillars arrive to help keep the ride up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what colour they are?
Go on.
Green. Is it a Wicked themed roller coaster?
Right. Now this is one thing that is
Ghostbusters.
Right. Now this is one thing, because they are actually storing a lot of materials over in Epic Universe at the moment in those sort of kind of backlots. Yes, they are green. Nothing has been said about Wicked from what I am reading. All I know at the moment is that they have had a notice of commencement for work that is going to be going on. And again, at the moment, a lot of the rumours based on the licensing and the planning permission that's gone in makes it seem like it's going to be an East Coast version of Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift.
No.
Now, as much as they keep talking about Ghostbusters, there are strong rumours that Ghostbusters are going to get the fire station back to do some form of meet and greets. But the other thing is that, so if you go behind Hollywood. Now, I know that they normally do mazes. If you go behind Rip Ride Rockit, they do it in the two buildings that are kind of sitting directly behind. There is another storage building. It's called Building 29 on the right-hand side. That has also been filed to be used in some capacity. So it makes you think, are they going to kind of stretch around and use that? They are going to be moving the queue completely. That's what a lot of the planning permission is also saying.
But imagine going over the launch. It's like, whoa.
I know.
Great.
But that's in New York. I personally believe that if they're going to do a kind of proper Wicked, Emerald City, all the major places, they need to do it in Epic Universe.
Yeah, but I don't think they would build a whole land. I think it's just a roller coaster.
You think they're just going to do a ride?
But then I think where Illuminations is, Wicked, although it's not a kids' film, it fits in better than Ghostbusters does. I
still don't think it works for the whole area, if I'm being honest. However, this next rumour, and when I say that this is scraping the barrel rumour of an article that I read yesterday, there are rumours that we are going to be losing Fast and Furious Supercharged.
Now, I've heard these for quite a while, and I'm so down for this.
But what rumours have you heard?
I haven't heard any rumours of what's going to take over. I've just heard it's going, and I've said good.
Okay, 4 words. Back to the Future is currently what is being rumoured. Now, this is a very, very loose rumour. This is from a couple of Orlando blogs. But what I will say is that we are kind of slowly but steadily approaching, well, we are in the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future since it was released.
But then I would say have Ghostbusters, because then you've got a nice little section of the park.
But it's in San Francisco,
yeah,
so
no, but you're then going round, aren't you? You've got Ghostbusters, Mummy, and then you've got Back to the Future.
Yeah, it is a very, very loose one. I'm going to be monitoring that very, very carefully as we kind of go through. The last thing that I want to talk about is, of course, Halloween Horror Nights, where we have got pretty much all of these scare zones. So they are the origins of horror. Mm-hmm. One that is quite good for you, Masquerade, Dance with Death.
Oh, I'm really excited for that one.
Which I know will be beautiful. I feel like they've gone for quite a kind of dated aspect, because they did
that one before, the vampire one, but I like
so Masquerade, Dance with Death, Love. They've got Mutations, Toxic 20s, which again, I think whenever they've done sort of anything sort of 20s, 40s, 50s, it's always been done really, really well. And then you've also got the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane.
I'm excited for that one. That's going to be funny.
I don't know about you, but one of my favourite scare zones that they always end up doing is, I'm not a big fan of the one that's always outside the Mummy, because I feel like it's really, really open.
Yeah.
But you know the one when you're kind of walking past the horror makeup show, going towards sort
of
the
Cat Lady one.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's so confined, I think it's absolutely perfect for a scare zone. And I tell you what, those are the best jump scares, and I look forward to watching you.
All I think about is when I was walking through with my boba drink.
Yes.
It was the weekend drink, and I was like, I just want to drink my boba. And people kept scaring me. I remember that quite well.
It's hilarious.
But we have got our friend Liam, who's going out at the end or mid-September to go and trial the mazes. And then he's coming on the podcast to walk us through his list of what he'd put at number one
and exactly basically help us set up for when we go in October.
Yeah, because I'm going to put a list together of what I think I would rank them as and see if that matches up to what his actual experience was.
That sounds like a good idea. I like that.
Thank you very much. Right, should we hop over to this side of the water and go to Merlin, because I've got a few things. So
go for it.
Let's go with Thorpe Park first.
Sure.
Fright Nights tickets are now on sale, and construction's gone up for the scare zones. Now there are 4 houses this year. The 4 houses are Deadbeat, which looks a little bit like a disco-y zombie kind of thing.
Okay.
Stitches, which is like an old lady's sort of toy shop kind of thing.
Okay.
Bit scary. Survival games. It's given a bit like Squid Games kind of vibe, where you got to like find your way out of this maze kind of thing.
I mean, isn't that what all Fright Nights mazes are? Just get out safely, guys.
And then Trailers, which is a bit more like horror classics, kind of like clowns.
Nice.
And that kind of
I
stuff.
feel like they've gone for a really nice variety this year.
Yeah, I think they have as well.
I think that's good.
And then they've also got the 4D It experience.
Ooh.
Now, I do like the It movies. I do think they are quite scary though, so I don't know whether that will be for me, but it's on from the 4th of October until 3rd of November.
Cool.
Your ticket for Fright Nights gets you in from 10 a.m. until closing time. But if you want to go in the houses, then there's an additional ticket. So your day ticket's about $35 to $39.
Sure. Dollars?
Pounds. Sorry, I'm so talking about dollars.
I know you are.
And then your access to each maze is again about $30. Dollars again, £30.
Okay.
So you're looking at about £70. You can get a combined ticket. Mm-hmm. Then you can enter the mazes between either, I think it's like 3 and 7 p.m.
Sure.
Or 5 p.m. and 9 p.m.
I suppose one of the things, like, it's been a while since I've done Fright Nights, but I suppose one of the things that I think about, so in our latest episode with Lawrence, where we spoke about what is going to be happening, hopefully, for Halloween Horror Nights when it comes to Universal Bedford, ultimately we end up paying maybe about £80 to £100 per night when we go to, the Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. They offer like 10 mazes, lots of scare zones.
Yes.
I think when you look at the sort of value exchange, I don't know, it'll be a conversation to have when they're both open.
Yeah, absolutely. Legoland Windsor, they've got a brand new entrance that's just come over. So they
Nice.
refreshed the entrance. It does look really nice. Again, I'll pop a photo in. It's just a bit fresher, a bit newer. I like it. It looked good. Alton Towers got quite a few things going on. They have just released their trailer for Scarefest,
Nice.
which is their Halloween event, which is on from the 27th of September to the 2nd of November. And they have teased at a brand new maze coming, which looks like it could be based on 13. Have you
Very
done the
nice.
13 ride before?
I've never done Alton Towers. I'm sorry.
Right, we need to go.
Yeah, this is ridiculous that we literally talk about theme parks and Alton Towers is still one of the ones
We
that
should
I've
go.
never done.
We'll get that booked in. They also are just starting to replace the CBeebies Land roller coaster. It was Postman Pat. It's now becoming a new roller coaster
Boo.
for kids. What did you want to keep?
We
Postman
love
Pat?
Postman Pat. I don't know.
Do you love Postman
I don't know
Pat?
what it's like. Yeah.
Great. Okay. So yeah, that's all my updates really.
Okay, and what question did you end up asking on the polls?
I asked everybody in relation to our last week's episode about Universal Bedford. I asked everybody what is their favourite Universal ride.
Okay, I'm intrigued to see what the people have said in terms of like what the most common answer is. Have they kind of answered in terms of just Universal Studios, or are we talking about all of the Universal, or have people just kind of done what they want?
They've just done what they want. Someone did message me saying, can I pick any park? I'm like,
Fair enough.
Not just studios, it could be any Universal park.
Right, fire away.
We'll start off with A Brit Travels. Men in Black. It's
Okay.
got a bit of everything.
It has. It's a good fun pew pew. Is all I will say.
It's a good fun pew
It's good
pew.
fun pew
Yes. So lots of people said Velocicoaster. So Lorna Clark said Velocicoaster. Adventure with Rob said Velocicoaster.
Doesn't surprise me.
Magic to Memories with Them said Velocicoaster. Those are the three that said Velocicoaster.
Very nice. Knew it was going to be popular.
I like Lorna's one where it's like, it's just ridiculous and I'm here for it.
It is ridiculous. Yeah. Well, you wait, Lorna, you wait until you go on Stardust Races. Then you will tell me what is ridiculous.
Although Adventure with Rob said sat at the back, very unreal. But then Magic to Memories with Me said with them, not them, with them, said front row at night. So we've got a front and a back row Velocicoaster people.
I'm going to be honest with you. I adore doing front row.
Yeah.
For Velocicoaster, it's insane.
Roxy Rue and GP Gregory both said The Mummy.
Classic.
Yep.
Always going to have our heart.
And they actually were right from the queue to the gift shop. And you know what? You're so right. The theming is there.
Everything is wonderful.
And Roxy Rue said the fire and the theming. I'm always a fan of
the fire. The fire's in like
it's
every
so
scene.
We have got a few Hulks in here. We've got Fiona,
Smash.
Family of Four Fun, Pink Lady, Stu Sharp. They have all said the Hulk as their number one because nostalgia a lot.
Yeah.
And it's always
nostalgia
faster.
And brain damage is what I always think of with Hulk.
Yeah, and Tunnel with Water, said Family of
True.
Do love a tunnel.
I sometimes forget about a lot of the good elements.
Yeah. So Nathan Staker has said probably what my one would be. Monsters Unchained.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing theming, so immersive, incredible animatronics, all round a fab ride. Now, a lot of people haven't had the chance to go to Epic yet.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, I understand why it's not your favourite.
But
when you go to Epic,
you do get a chance,
you're going to go. Although Norton did say Spider-Man. It just brings back to my childhood and makes me feel like I'm part of the comics. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Norton, GG Norton. What a fun username to say. And then Nikki, who we had on the podcast before.
Of course.
She said Stardust Racers.
Slay.
I think that's 1,000,000% unreal. Love the racing element.
Yeah.
Me too. And catching someone's eye on the opposite train whilst racing.
Oh,
wondering,
it's insane.
WTF is this?
Do you know what it is as well, I think, with Stardust Races? Because there's a couple of moments where you are literally like dueling and you're side by side. I think it's when you're doing, there's an element where you basically do like a barrel roll over each other. And it is the perfect moment where it feels like you're both frozen in time, even though you're going really, really quickly. And you can just kind of catch people's eye. And I mean, for me, both sides are incredible. But there's one side where you literally end up going over more and the views are insane.
I will say they've released some of the music from Celestial Park onto Spotify now.
Nice.
And they have released the audio of Stardust Races. You haven't heard
we
it yet, have you?
can finally work to Epic Universe songs.
I mean, there's 3 songs, but
we can finally put repeat on 12 minutes worth of songs.
But I'm going to play it for you after this episode because it does sound like it is the music from the ride, and you can get the launch sound, and that's all I'm going to say. Nothing more than that.
Absolutely love that. So thank you very much for joining us for this week's episode of Inside the Gates. We will always be offering on a weekly basis all of your biggest updates when it comes to the parks across UK, America, and across the globe. If you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube. Give us a like if you're enjoying these episodes, and obviously feel free to get involved with everything that we do when we put polls out on the Instagram.
We are on Instagram. We're on TikTok. TikTok's coming up a bit more now, which is great.
Absolutely.
Parks and Pals and Parks Pals UK is where you can find us. And I want to say as well, thanks to everyone who's messaged us recently saying thank you for us doing the podcast, which might sound really silly, but like it really does. We always tell you guys it brings a massive smile to our day. It literally does. Like Stephen came running down the stairs the other day being like, look at this message we just got. So I'm like a child who's done well in a test. So thank you again everybody for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
We can cry when it's over.